Let me start with a beautiful story that Rabbi Waxman from Muncie says. It's a very interesting story. He says he has friends who were getting ready to marry off their son. And so 3 weeks prior to the wedding, he developed a blemish on his face. The mother was aghast. She says, "We can't send you down the aisle looking like this." So she did her research on Google and found the best cosmetic dermatologist on the Upper East Side. And she made an appointment for her son, who was a nice, good Ben Torah. So he walks into the office, the waiting room of this well-known, supposedly well-known dermatologist, and he sits down in the waiting room and he has his Gemara and he's, not letting his time go idle. When suddenly a pop star, as he calls her, an idol of depravity, walks in with yellow hair, and everyone is like idolizing her in the waiting room and saying, "Wow, did you see who walked in? Did you see who walked in?" Meanwhile, so someone gives this young boy a shove. He goes, "Look who walked in." He goes, "I have no clue who she is." So suddenly now they spin the conversation that they're talking about him. What a greenhorn, he doesn't know anything. Could you imagine he doesn't know who she is? And now the word spills out behind the counter to the doctor's staff and eventually gets to the doctor. So when it's time for him to go see the physician and he's brought into the room, the treatment room, he says, "So I hear from your mother you're getting married soon." Another one of those Orthodox setup and matches and shidduchim, he says, "Yeah. You guys don't know the first thing about getting married. You don't know what life is. You got to get with the times." This guy was not an idiot, this young man. He says to him, "Doctor, before you give me any advice, can I ask you a question?" He said, "Sure. How many times have you been married?" He says, 5. He says, "You have nothing to teach me. Thank you so much." And the lesson here is the Torah gives us advice for everything in life, how to go and navigate through life beautifully. We have it all. We just have to tap into it. And we'll do that a little bit tonight.